Ben's question is, we have 6 kids. What is the best way to plan for our estate to maximise inheritance and maintain our desire to donate to worthy Christian causes in the event of our death? Now, this is very similar to Matthew's question earlier. It's a very difficult one to answer in a concise way, but it's making sure in the initial stages where you're building up your assets to ensure that you have sufficient insurance in place to make sure that your children are provided for should you either become ill or pass away. That's the key point, making sure you've got sufficient funds. Then the next step is, well, if you have got funds, what's the best structure to hold those funds? Going back to that structure diagram that I mentioned during the discussion with Matthew, if you've got a chunk of money to invest, what's the best structure to invest in? Often if you're approaching retirement and preservation age, superannuation, because of the zero tax environment, zero tax payable in the pension phase of super, and that's what you can do when you've reached preservation age, which is between 55 and 60 years of age. Often that's the best place to hold your funds, and then you can decide what the underlying asset is after that: property, shares, cash. It really is up to you there. But if you've got a long way until retirement, and you've got a chunk of money, retirement and therefore your preservation age, and you've got a chunk of money to invest, then you can utilise the lower income earners tax-free threshold, which should be 18,200, or with a low income tax offset to 20,500 or 23,000, depending on what your age is. Utilise that of any spouse or children that you can utilise. Then I really think it's probably up to potentially using a trust and utilising distributing to church and charitable organisations prior to paying the tax within the trust, then distributing to children and other beneficiaries as well. So thinking through those particular options. Hopefully that addresses some of your questions, Ben.